Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Roy Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. The Ultimate Marvel Universe exists on Earth 1610. The reason Marvel came out with a new universe is because comic book sales were slowing down and new readers were getting lost in the 60+ years of continuity already in existence. So what better way than to wipe the slate clean, up the grit factor, and give old characters new updates. So let's take a look at the top 10 supervillains from the Ultimate Universe. In the number 10 spot is Prowler, and he will not be the last Spider-Man villain on this list. In the Ultimate Universe, the Prowler is Aaron Davis, an extremely important character because he's the uncle of this universe's new Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and he's responsible for turning his nephew into Spider-Man in the first place, due to a genetically enhanced spider hitching a ride after he raided Osborn Industries. I always love a little bit of family drama as long as it's not mine. Next at number 9, we have Gregory Stark. This man is exclusive to the world of Ultimate Marvel. As you may have guessed, he is brother to Tony Stark, and he looks down on his brother's frivolous lifestyle. Even before we discovered his villainous side, he's always been a bit of a douche, but when we found out how he betrayed S.H.I.E.L.D. by leaking their info to the enemy, well, he just became a regular a-hole. His time may have been struck short, quite literally, by Thor, but he left a not very pleasant impression that made us thankful he's not in main continuity. Coming in at number 8, we have Namor. Even in the main universe, this guy blurs the line between hero and villain quite frequently. What puts him into villain territory in the Ultimate Universe is his treatment of the Fantastic Four, namely Sue Storm. When his seduction attempts failed, he went on to assault her, and eventually went on to hold New York hostage with a tsunami. Turns out he wasn't an Atlantean king at all, but a criminal who had been locked away from the rest of Atlantis. Well, it does explain a lot. In the number 7 spot is Maker. While on the topic of Fantastic Four, let's talk about how their very own Reed Richards crossed over into the land of evil. While he started off the perfect hero, his descent into villainy began when his team broke up, his marriage proposal was rejected by Sue, and then his pal Dr. Doom betrayed him. Next thing you know, he's faking his own death and using an army to kill off the Asgardians. Not the Reed Richards that we know. We don't need another excuse to dislike him. Up in number 6 is Tyrone Cash. Another Ultimate exclusive, Tyrone actually started off as Leonard Williams, professor and family man. He was also working on his own version of the super soldier serum, which ended up turning him into a Hulk-like creature. While he retained his mind, something in him snapped and he became a violent murder machine focused on wealth and power. Don't you hate when that happens? While he ended up a useful mercenary for hire, he also eventually betrayed S.H.I.E.L.D. secrets and had to be executed. Lots of money apparently in the secret trade. Wonder if I can break into that field. Coming in at number 5, we got Abomination. This version of Abomination started off as scientist Chang Lam, a guy who wanted to produce a smarter, more practical Hulk, without the mistakes of Leonard Williams too. He succeeded by mutating himself but retaining his sound mind. Sound enough to figure he would join the villainous group the Liberators. He thought he would make the perfect match to square off against and defeat the Ultimate's Hulk. But such just wasn't quite the case. Short-lived, but you tried, man. Next up at number 4 is Loki. Ultimate Loki was born to Odin and a giant named Farbuti as a peace settlement. Child born for peace that would cause nothing but disruption. On his mother's orders, he attempted to steal Odin's Nornstones, and this move got him banished from Asgard. From then on, everything was about vengeance on those who had banished him, making Thor look like a fool, and knocking down the Ultimates one by one. Chaos is the name of the game with this one. Up next at number 3, we have Dr. OTTO Octavius. In the Ultimate Universe, Doc Ock was given that shove to become one of Spider-Man's greatest foes, something he wasn't always in the main continuity. This universe, he's grafted his arms onto him through a lab accident, and he is able to communicate with them through telepathy, even when they are no longer attached to his back. It's a little creepy. He then proceeded to clone Spider-Man and cause everyone around him grief until he was subdued by the final villain on our list today, who you will have to wait one more spot to find out. In the number 2 spot is Magneto. While Magneto in the main continuity has a code of reasoning, Magneto in the Ultimate Universe kills and kills and kills again. He found out early that the world was no welcoming place for mutants like himself, so he and Charles Xavier founded the Brotherhood of Mutants to provide a safe haven. However, he became more radical in his thought, thinking mutants superior to humans. He attempted to kill Xavier and then launched assassinations and attacks all across the world to get humanity to bow down to him. Just when you thought he couldn't get any more brutal, total. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have Norman Osborn, the man I mentioned responsible for Doc Ock's death. Here, Norman Osborn becomes the Green Goblin by combining the Oz formula and his own DNA. Not just the suit this time. Of course, it went to the extreme and he was turned into a goblin-like demon creation. The sad thing is that this formula didn't turn him evil, he was already like that. All it did was bring it out even more and give him the means to carry out all his diabolical plans against Peter Parker and even his own son Harry. Go home and hug your dad tight. So those are the top 10 Ultimate Marvel villains. Let me know in the comments section down below who your favorite Ultimate villain is. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.